Welcome back everybody, and this is going to be my final session of the year of 2021, and it's New Year's Eve, and so I'm going to wish you all a happy new year. And I'm down in North Kent tonight, sheltering out of the southwesterly wind, and high water is about 10:30, and I'm just going to be trying for some Thornback Rays tonight. Also small hook rigs as well, and some blacks. I've got squid and bluey baits, and see if we can't pull out a few spikies to end the year, which would be nice. Bit of an experimental session really. I'm back on the beach where I had some good smooth hounds earlier in the year, so I'm going to try for some Thornback Rays this time. So I'm going to get tackled up. We're about, I reckon 3 hours before high water. We're going to see how the evening goes and see the new year in with a few fish, I hope. Well, I've got my usual Century Beach casters tonight, my super matches, and I fixed ball reels, the old Shimano Ultegras, so I'm going to get them rigged up, get a rig out, get some bait on it, and whack it out there. It's absolutely beautiful evening, it's very mild. As I came into the Herne Bay area, car thermometer was showing 14 degrees, would you believe, which can't be bad for New Year's Eve. The cloud cover is actually gone, the stars are out, but it's not a cold night. And there's a warm southwesterly coming off the land. Nice conditions, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, I guess. So let's get this reel on and some line through the rings, and we'll be nearly ready to go. Okay, there we go. Whole squid bait to start the proceedings off, and we'll get that onto the old running ledger there, or the pulley running ledger, and get it out there and get the evening off to a start. Okay, let's get the first bait out there. Oh, casting is going to be a bit rusty, I reckon, but never mind. Let's see how she goes. Well, that didn't seem to go too bad, and we're fishing. Can't be bad. Okay, going to run through a little bait up with you, and probably just see there, I've got fairly small dirty squid. I'm just going to combine that with a strip of bluey, and see if that's to the liking of the local thornbacks. So I'm just going to trim a bit of the tail off. And use the old baiting device. Just get my hook length here. There we go. Slide that panel hook out of the way. And that hook can go in the end of the baiting device. Secure the line. Just going to lay that piece of squid in there and whip that in place. And notice there's plenty of hook point showing there. Get the old bait elastic out. Hold that head over the hook. Plenty of elastic around the hook point bend, and back along the body like that. Just going to tie that off, and then lay that down for a moment. Bit of bluey. I'm just going to trim a little bit of belly section off, quite thin. I'm going to lash that to the side of the squid. I think that's about the same length. Here we go. Back down there. Yep, that looks about spot on. So I'm going to lash that onto there, and we should have a nice little combo. find the end of the bait elastic. Here we go. Yeah, we're away. One good thing about fishing for Thornback Ray is the baits are very simple and inexpensive, and if you get amongst them, particularly in the springtime, it's very early doors yet for big ones in midwinter, but if you get amongst them, it's a nice way of fishing without having to spend too much money on fancy bait. Anyway, here we go, we'll tie this off. Here we go, and so we've got that free. There we go, lovely. Yeah, plenty of hook points showing. We'll bring down the top hook. And secure everything in place, hopefully. And go through that side, that'll do it. Pull that tight. And there's a nice thornback bait all ready to cast out. Good stuff, we'll get this one out there. Okay, I'm going to get this first rod in. It's been out there 45 minutes and haven't really seen a lot going on. So let's see what we've got or haven't got. It is a little heavy, but it might just be dragging in the sand and mud. Well, here we go. I have beaten the blank, and surprise, surprise, here we have a whiting to kick the evening off. Actually only quite lightly hooked, so we'll get him back. And good enough bait out there, I think. There we go. Not sure whether he's going to survive, but it's going to go back into the food chain, whatever happens. And he's actually munched his way through nearly all that squid. Right, well, that's the blank beaten. We've got another squid and bluey combo, so we're going to get that out there. And see what we get this time. I'll find somewhere fairly flat to cast from. Yep, it's away. Right, time for a quick update. Just the two whitings so far. And we're about an hour away from high water now, so we'll keep plugging away. It's a beautiful, peaceful evening on the beach at the moment. There's been a few early fireworks. Be nice if there's some fireworks with the fishing, but we'll carry on over high and give it a go up until around New Year, and see what else we can get. Okay, we've had 4 whiting and we're going to get the final rod in. another whiting, yeah. Well, that's 5 whiting for the evening. At least we haven't blanked. And still a nice way to spend the evening. There you go. And I think perhaps in a couple of evenings' time we might stay a little bit more local and try one of my Suffolk beaches and see if we can't find some rays there. Okay, welcome back to the winter ray hunt part 2, and as I said, I'm going to be local this time. I'm just a 20-minute drive away from home at Felixstowe at the Manor Terrace, and although the first half of this video was in 2021, we're now in 2022, so Happy New Year to you all. It's the 9th of January, it's just after high water, and I'm going to be fishing the ebb, looking for Thornback Rays. I've bought some small hook rigs as well and some blacks, so there's been a few dabs coming out, so I might try that as well. So I'm going to get set up, get a bait out there, and catch up with you all in just a little while. Just using my regular ray rigs tonight. Up and over running ledges. Just going to get the old rig body on the line, and then I'll get a ray or squid bait on the hook length. Right, let's go and get this hook length baited up. Okay, let's get the second bait out there. It's just a half a medium-sized squid, this one. Make sure the veil arm is open. And away we go. Well, the blank has been beaten. Didn't even see the bite. That was the first cast on the bluey. Looks like a rather spent whiting. So, I don't know, a bit of life in him. Yeah, we'll get it unhooked and get it back in if we can. Alright, I'm gonna just put out a small flapper rig, or 3-hook flapper rigs, short snooze, little pieces of black and squid. Just going to drop that in fairly close, see if there's any flatfish about. Well, I'm going to get this second cast in. There's a few little knocks and tugs on it. I'm guessing it's a whiting on this ray bait, but we'll just see. Yeah, a little bit of weight there. I guess there's another whiting. Yeah. Yeah, another size, another whiting, similar size, similar sound. Yeah, fish number 2 for the evening. We'll get it unhooked and see if it will go back. Not much movement on the rod tips at the moment. That's quite good. Cloud cover's come in, the moon's gone into hiding, so whether that's going to help, I don't know. But got another bait there ready to go, as you saw. Probably going to get the flapper rig in a minute. There hasn't been more locks on it for about 10 minutes or so. But yeah, it's a really nice evening, and good to be out, even if we're just catching whiting. But it would be nice to get a January thornback, so I'm going to keep going and see what happens. Right, time for a hot chocolate, I think. It's quite a pleasant evening down there, just a gentle northwesterly breeze. Not as cold as it was last week. And when you get to my age, the old bones feel the cold, so it's just nice to be out and feeling comfy. Just like to say thank you to all the subscribers on my channel. There's not that many of you, but you're very welcome, and I do appreciate it. And the main reason I started the channel was for my own enjoyment. I just love messing around with video and experimenting with editing and stuff, and it's just a nice record for my own use to look back on what I've done. And if someone else enjoys it and you like watching them, thank you very much, and continue watching. Anyway, let's get back to the fishing, and time to get the 3-hook flapper in. See what's going on there. It feels rather light. Yeah, I don't think we've got a lot here. Here it comes. No. Oh well, I'll get a ray rig out there with a ray bait. Let's see if we can catch another whiting. Oh, just still the 2 whiting. Maybe that's what I expected, but hard work of January ray fishing, certainly in East Anglia anyway. But they are here, they're always offshore now, and it might be better to actually have a go in daylight when the whiting aren't quite so active. But we'll press on for another hour or so and see how it goes. But yeah, nice evening. And look at the old pocket here. That's what a fisherman keeps in his pocket. A lot of Cadbury celebrations left over from Christmas. So, I fancy one of those. What have we got here? I think it's a Galaxy. Can't be bad. So I'm going to have one of these. I'll try and get into it. And see if it brings me some luck. If I eat a celebration, it'd be nice to celebrate having a ray, but we'll see how it goes, I suppose. So yeah, catch you all in a few minutes. Right, I'll get my, make these the last 2 casts. It's having a bit chilly now, and I've got work in the morning, so I don't be too late. Let's see how we go. I think the fish have stopped biting. But we've had a comfortable 3 hours on the beach and got some more fishing practice in. I'll get this one tackled down and then get the final rod in. Alright, here's the last retrieve of the evening. Well, Oh my goodness me. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. There you go, a foul hook dab. Tiny foul hook dab. I'll probably go back. I think it's just caught in the underside a little bit. Yeah, there you go. A foul hook dab. I said I wanted one, but let's get him off. There you go. Perfectly formed. And we'll get it back so I can find another day. Whoop. He's still pretty lively. So, yep, back it's going to go. It's an interesting way to end the session. Well, couldn't make that up really. Putting out small hook rigs with little sections of black on and nothing at all. Put out a big ray bait and then catch a dab. So there you go. No rays tonight, but we'll carry on this winter and try a few other venues and see what we can get. And I'm going to say good night from 3 each so. So what we had, 2 whiting and 1 dab. But that's fishing for you. Enjoyable evening nonetheless. I'm going to pack down now, get home and say thanks for watching and see you all very soon.